everybody. Welcome to What's New Wednesday. I'm Cindy Daychuk with Queen Bee Creations, and Wednesdays are when we just kind of catch you up on new stuff that's happening in the store, things that we've just recently added, maybe kind of like the top 20 items or so, and about new videos hitting the channel as well for those of you that wanna pop in and check any of those out. So no big announcements right now. January is usually kind of a bit quiet. No new product launches or anything like that, or big sales. People are in, Christmas recovery, bill recovery mode, whatever it happens to be. Videos. So Monday's video was the first. I have 2 jean jacket makeovers I'm going to do. Monday's was this one where we did some decoupaging on a jean jacket and showing you how to be able to do that in a way that it could be washed. Now, I'm not recommending that you wash this every time you wear it. I don't think most people do with jackets, but it will hold up against a certain number of washes. Let's put it that way. I don't know what the magical number is, but it can be washed, and there's a trick to doing that. I walk you through that, but really kind of cool way of being able to upcycle some of your items, decoupage them, and still be able to wear them and use them. Today's video was showing you how to make some paper hearts. And as much as I added these to a ladder, you could easily, at this size, they make a really cute garland, big swag if you wanted, but you can scale them to whatever size that you want or need them. So whether you are adding them into a wreath, or you are, doing a garland with large and then small, large and small ones, they're a fun thing to do with kids. Great craft if you have a seniors group and you're looking at doing a craft for Valentine's with them, something like that. Perfect. So just wanted to give you, a way of doing that kind of a heart. Friday's video, I'm trying to think what Friday's video is. Friday's video is a watercolor journal entry, and we're going to be playing with brush strokes. So using your brush in a couple of different ways, and pulling paint into water. So there's a couple of techniques that we're going to play with, and it's all just designed to play, right? It's just get some experience in playing with some different techniques and showing you some different techniques that you can kind of play with. But they're super cute, and it's a great one that we're doing on Friday that makes awesome and cute little cards. So you could make a bunch of these on small little pieces of watercolor paper, and then make up some different gift cards and gift tags and things as well from them. So super cute little one for that. So check that out. In the new stuff, we've got a bunch. There seems to be a fair number of mugs, but they're all cool mugs. So hang in there. And I got a really special mug actually. So first up, let me get my glasses on so I can see pricing. Is this old vintage crock? I do show you a picture. There's a tiny little hairline crack up here, which doesn't detract from its functionality in any way. This is $9. Perfect for a planter or for utensil holder, or in my life it'd be paint brushes in there, but just a nice cute little striped vintage crock. Got this water pitcher, so brass and copper with a blue and white ceramic handle. Now it's not in, it's in pretty darn good shape, but it's not pristine shape. There's a little bit of wear on some of the brass and a little bit of wear on the porcelain handle, but $15 for that, and go for a lot more. This is super cool. So this is a handmade raku pottery vase. So it is signed on the bottom, not particularly legibly, but you know how you get the cool metallics happening. You can see the shine on that. And just a nice kind of interesting piece, you know, especially really cool with the raku glazing. So for $14 on that. This is a different one. I don't usually have pillows, so I have two of these. I'm selling them individually for $12 each with the green sack stripes and the braided jute trim on each. They're in pretty much as new condition and just happen to have those for whatever bizarre reason I have those. This guy is a big platter. So this is Sky McGee, and in her watercolor line. So these are pansies, so obviously orange pansies, and just a nice big square cut platter, or, you know, big console kind of bowl if you've got a big console table. So $15 for that guy. And I couldn't find like that big piece online, but the small dinner size plates in that pattern were going for almost $20 each. So regardless, then it's an awesome price for that. Okay, this guy, a big honking rooster. So it's in kind of a slight off white, but it's got like the faux distressing highlighting it. So back down to the rough pottery. So it's kind of nice not being in the white. This guy is $35. It's got some heft to it, so shipping, just know it's going to have some of that, but it's nice having a little bit of that distressing on it to highlight some of the details, and just kind of a nice way to be able to add that into your decor without necessarily having all of the bright colors. Oh, okay. It's a heavy one. And this guy is just had to check, just a nice ceramic pitcher, ceramic apple pitcher, obviously, with the branch and the leaves, and just kind of a nice design for $17 on that one. Here we go. Okay, moving to the smaller stuff. The big stuff was taking up a lot of space over there. I had to move it far so that I had a place to put this. I really love these little tiny glass butter dishes. I think I've got one left still in the round. I tend to sell them out. This one's just kind of nice and unique because it's in a square design for a change. So kind of fits, you know, the nice size of butter, especially if there's only one or two of you and you don't use butter that often, then it's nice because you're not putting tons out. So $7 for that one. That would not be us because we go through a lot of butter. It's one of those fats I'm not willing to compromise on just in my life. It's a good one. It's a tasty one. All right. Just a planter, so it's got the hole in the bottom for drainage. Lovely planter in kind of that dark pottery. So it's got this light blue glaze over it that reveals some of that dark brown below it. So this is $6.50 for this little detail, and these are all kind of raised and inset patterns. So it's got a lot of texture happening, and the light glazing just sort of highlights all of that texture. So it's super cool that way. First mugs, 1, 2, 3, only 4 different kinds. Okay, so these are Faltzgraf. So a pair of Faltzgraf mugs in the Rio blue pattern. I think if I'm not mistaken, I actually have so that like the brilliant blue on the inside as well for this pattern. $13 for the pair. I think I might have a creamer in this same pattern in the shop. I'm thinking I do, but so those are Faltzgraf. I have a set of 3 plaid or tartan, I think I called them tartan, nesting bowls. And the nice thing about the three of these, this little trio, is they're all kind of in the red tones, but they're all in just a slightly different pattern. So it just makes it a super cute little set. And it's the three of them, and these look brand new for $9. Are you looking it up, Nick?
Yeah.
Did you see Rio? R-I-O?
Rio creamer, yeah, $8.50.
Okay, so there is a Rio creamer in the shop. Okay, I don't know why I thought of that one. Okay, let's go to this little mug. So this is just a lovely, cute little heart mug. It's got the gold handle and banding, trim around the bottom and top, and then it's got outlines of hearts in gold. Some are filled in, some are half filled in. $6. So it's just kind of a nice, subtle little heart mug, as opposed to being in the pinks or the reds or something like that. Just a little different. I have this, I have this woolly sheep figurine. So it's a pottery sheep with a bisque pottery face, metal legs. This large one is $9.50, but I have a smaller version of it in the shop as well. So I think for $8 or $8.50, the smaller version. So, you know, if you liked this, buy the one, or you could pick up a second. Pardon?
Start a flock.
Yeah, start a flock of sheep. Or you could get the other one and just have like the mama and baby together. When you get to the sheep, oh, I was wondering how big it is. You mentioned online in the description that it's large. So, okay, so yeah, I think I forgot to measure it, Kim, and I meant to go back and do that into the description. I hadn't added it in. And I just called it large because the other one's smaller. The other one online. So I'd say this is about 6 inches wide and maybe about 5 inches tall. But you're right, I forgot. I meant to add that into the description today.
The small one is 4 inches.
So the small one is 4 inches, and then this one's maybe about 6 inches. So that's the only reason it was large, not because it's large. It was a relative large. It was just okay. Cute little red and white picture. This is from.
She said, "I would like the small one, please."
You would like the small one. Okay, so it's check. Do
let's go to sheep.
Yeah, do sheep or woolly sheep on a search on the website, and both of them will pop up, and you can decide from there. So a small little Italian picture. Just super cute in the bright white with the red trim and then the red hearts. These are slightly raised from the addition of the glazing on there for $7.50. And let me do this. So this is, I have a similar one in the shop in a soft pink. This is obviously in a blue Jellyfish paperweight. It's got a nice polished base, which is one of the things that you want to look for when you're purchasing glass. You'll find that Chinese glass, because they're trying to produce it very fast and as inexpensively as possible, they don't polish it. So you get this cloudy base. This has got a nicely polished base. All of the little, are they legs on a jellyfish? Tendrils, legs are just beautiful and thin and really nicely positioned. So a really lovely little art glass piece for $11. It's not signed, so I can't attribute it to anybody, but it is well done. Okay, this one's weird. I don't usually have corn holders in the shop, but I have a set of corn holders. So this is a set of 4 for $7, and they're kind of like the quintessential Canadian corn holders because they're little beaver. Little beaver. So you got their little beaver butts and tails on one side to hold on for your corn, and then you got their little heads. eating corn. So it's just, they were just really cute. Nick's rolling his eyes. You can't see him, but he's rolling his eyes at me. He doesn't necessarily get me all the time. Okay, this is a set of 4 of vintage Kellogg's mugs, and they're vintage. Like they've got the vintage cereal boxes on them. So there's 2 different varieties of the Rice Krispies box, and then there are 2 different versions of old Kellogg's Cornflakes boxes. So the set of 4 of the vintage mugs is $18. And they're just cute. They're just fun. I actually remember. I don't remember any of those Rice Krispie ones, but this guy on the Kellogg's Cornflakes, that one looks really familiar. That image of that guy. I don't know why. Okay, these guys. So I'm selling them separately, which they're often sold separately in the store. These are Jamie Oliver. This one's in oil. So you've got the terracotta dip glazed up here. So this is the oil drizzler, and it's got like the little word oil down here. And it's got the little flip lid. So when you go to use it, this opens up and you can drizzle the oil out, and then it closes off to be able to keep it fresher. So this is $12. And then I have the vinegar one also. So it is $10. So it works on the same principle, just with your vinegar, probably.
Vinegar on it?
It does, right here. So in the same terracotta and then glazed kind of patina sort of color there for, I would think, balsamic vinegar. They make a nice set, but they're perfect separate as well. Now, this mug. So this is an art pottery mug. And this is by, let me see if I can remember her name. Gail. Oh, I can't remember. I covered it over with the price tag. Gail Fairchild. And when I looked her up on the internet, Gail Fairchild Potter comes up right away. And she's in a number of different galleries and things. And this is one of her well-known designs. So you have over the entire mug these hand-carved textured leaves. And on the other side, you have the specially colored glazing with the flower, and it's that monarch butterfly pattern that she has done on mugs and bowls, and none of them are identical. They are all somewhat unique. So this art pottery, kind of one of a kind mug by a well-known and definitely signed legibly for a change potter, is $14. And I love this. Just, I mean, if you're a monarch butterfly kind of person, but I love monarch butterflies. So I thought that was cool. I was very excited to get that one in. What else was I going to show? Oh, down here. Okay, so I have a new watercolor. This is a big watercolor. It is by Willam Shine, who actually you can find on the internet. So he's well known. I called it Wildflower Bouquet, and you can see that it is a watercolor with deckled edges. So deckle edges mean that they're all the torn edges, and it's mounted onto the blue backing, and then it's got the matted frame and the gold. I mean the white matte and the gold frame. So very cool. $48 for this. But it is, you can tell relative to me, but I think it's like almost 3 feet by 2 feet. So it's a lovely large size original watercolor as well. And definitely in a really nice wish I could do it loose watercolor style. The only thing with it that I would do is I would open it up and maybe add more mounting tape behind the watercolor onto the blue background so that there is less buckling, but that's just a personal thing. Not everybody looks to do that. I keep thinking I'm forgetting something that maybe I had listed, but I don't think so. I think I got it all. I think it was just a busy listing time. And I kept thinking that there should be more, but I brought in a number of Easter things, and I think that's why I'm thinking that I've got fewer things, but I haven't listed the Easter yet. It just seems too early. When is Easter? April? Yeah. So like way too early for Easter. So I'm just stockpiling. I'm stockpiling Easter. When we get closer, I'll start hitting you up with all of that. Anyway, that's what I've got for you today. That's what I've got for you this week. Check out the videos on YouTube as always. Just watching helps the channel immensely, and I'm completely grateful to those of you that spend some time checking out what we're doing on the YouTube. But thank you for tuning into this, whether on YouTube or Facebook, and checking this out and just watching. Really appreciate that, and it helps also. So, purchases of any goods or items aside, just spending some time with me on this and watching is helpful as well. Of course, you can go to the website, quimbycreationshome.com. Anything that I've shown you is under a tab saying new this week, and will be up there for the week. After that, it's all on the website under the appropriate categories apart from that, but the new this week I flip out weekly just so that it helps you guys be able to find anything that you see watching me here. Hope you guys have a great week. If you're here, that you're managing the little bit of a cold snap that we've got for a change. It's finally feeling a little bit like winter here, but I'm so ready for spring. Anyway, looking forward to seeing you guys next week. Hope you're all good. And until then, take care. That was an abrupt ending for you guys. Sorry.